Good afternoon students, welcome back to online maths class. So in the last class we have completed logarithmic differentiation. So in today's class let us continue with the next concept. It is derivatives of functions in parametric forms. Before going for the derivatives, let us understand the meaning of parametric forms. I'll take two variables now, x and y. So here x and y will be expressed in terms of a third variable t. X is equals to f of t and y which is equals to g of t. So this form is going to be parametric form. For example, x equal to a cos t, x equal to a cos t and y which is equals to b sin t, y which is equals to b sin t. These two are there in the parametric forms. So whenever functions are given in the parametric forms, how do you find the derivative? So that's what the today's concept is. So let us give the actual definition of parametric forms and then we'll go for the derivatives. A relation expressed between two variables x and y in the form x is equals to f of t and y equal to g of t is said to be parametric form, and here t is the parameter, small t is the parameter. So let us give the definition. A relation expressed between two variables x and y in the form of x is equals to f of t, comma y which is equals to g of t. X is equals to f of t, y is equals to g of t is said to be parametric form. Is said to be parametric form. Is said to be parametric form. And here small t is the parameter, where t is the parameter, So here x and y are expressed in terms of a third variable t. Similarly, x and y can also be expressed in terms of theta. X is equals to f of theta and y which is equals to g of theta. So example for this can be x equal to a cos theta and here y which is equals to b sin theta. So here x and y are expressed in terms of a third variable theta. Here theta is the parameter, here t is a parameter. So now in order to find the derivative of such functions, we have the particular rule, that is a dy by dx which is equals to dy by dt whole divided by dx by dt. So here to find derivative of function, in such form, we have by chain rule, dy by dx which is equals to dy by dt whole divided by dx by dt, provided dx by dt should not be equal to 0. So in case if x and y are expressed in terms of theta, in that case dy by dx becomes dy by d theta whole divided by dx by d theta. So this is the introduction part of derivatives of functions in parametric forms. Note down this, then we'll take up the example problems. Well, let us solve some of the example problems on parametric forms. The first example, it is find dy by dx if x equal to a cos theta and y which is equals to a sin theta. Here x and y are expressed in terms of a third variable theta. So So let us go ahead with the solution here. I'll write the given functions. X is equals to a cos theta and y which is equals to a sin theta. So now we have to differentiate both the sides with respect to theta. We get dx by d theta. So here dx by d theta, this is equals to, a is a constant, we should write it as it is. Then derivative of cos theta will be minus sin theta. So d by dx of sin x, sorry, d by dx of cos x, it will be minus sin x. Similarly, d by d theta of cos theta will be minus sin theta. So now overall we get minus a sin theta here, and here again differentiate both the sides with respect to theta. We get dy by d theta, this is equals to a cos theta. Now we know that by chain rule dy by dx which is equals to dy by d theta, then whole divided by dx by d theta. Substitute in this now, dy by dx which is equals to dy by d theta, it is a cos theta, a cos theta divided by dx by d theta, it is minus a sin theta, minus a sin theta. So now a and a get cancels, cos theta by sin theta it will be cot theta, and we have the minus sign. Overall the answer is minus cot theta. So this is all about now first example. Well, second example problem, it is find dy by dx if x equal to a t square and y which is equals to 2at. Let us go ahead with the solution. So I'll write x is equals to a t square, and this side we have y which is equals to 2 times at. Let us differentiate both the sides with respect to t now, small t. We get dx by dt, this is equals to, a is a constant, we should write it as it is. Derivative of t square, it is 2t. Derivative of x square andre 2x agutare, illa derivative of t square andre 2 times t agutte. So into 2t, so dx by dt, this is equals to 2at. Similarly, we have to differentiate both the sides with respect to t now. We get dy by dt, this is equals to 2a is a constant. Derivative of t it will be 1. Derivative of x andre 1 agutare, ಅದೇ ತರ ಇಲ್ಲಿ d by dt of t andre 1 ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. So 2a into 1, so dy by dt which is equals to 2a. So we know that dy by dx which is equals to dy by dt whole divided by dx by dt. So substitute the value of dy by dt now, it is 2a divided by dx by dt, it is 2at. 2a and 2a get cancelled, we have the answer 1 by t. So this is all about example number 2. Well, the third example problem, it is find dy by dx if x equal to a into the bracket theta plus sin theta and y which is equals to a into the bracket 1 minus cos theta. So once again we have to find dy by dx. So I'll take x here, x is equals to a into the bracket theta plus sin theta. Let us differentiate both the sides with respect to theta now, because the parameter is theta. So what do we get? Dx by d theta, this is equals to, a is a constant, I will be writing it as it is. Derivative of theta it will be 1 plus derivative of sin theta will be cos theta. So now, so call this as equation number 1. Similarly, we will have to go for dy by d theta. Consider the second equation now, and y which is equals to a into the bracket 1 minus cos theta. So differentiate both the sides with respect to theta. We get dy by d theta. This is equals to, a is a constant, write it as it is. Then in the bracket, derivative of 1 will be 0 it is 0, then minus as it is, derivative of cos theta will be minus sin theta, minus into minus it becomes plus, so we get sin theta. Overall dy by d theta, which is equals to 0 plus sin theta, it is sin theta into a, it is a sin theta. Call this as equation number 2. Now we will have to go for dy by dx. We know that dy by dx, which is equals to dy by d theta whole divided by dx by d theta. Now substitute equation 1 and equation 2 in this equation now. So dy by dx, which is equals to dy by d theta, it is a sin theta divided by dx by d theta, it is a into 1 plus cos theta, a into the bracket 1 plus cos theta. So here a and a get cancels. We have to simplify this further. We have to make use of half angle concept now. dy by dx, which is equals to sin theta can be written as 2 sin theta by 2 into cos theta by 2. 2 sin theta by 2 into cos theta by 2, half angle formula. This we have already studied in first PUC. Then 1 plus cos theta can be written as 2 cos square theta by 2. 2 cos square theta by 2. 2 and 2 get cancels here. Cos theta by 2 and here 1 cos theta by 2 get cancels. Sin theta by 2 divided by cos theta by 2 will be tan theta by 2. That is the required answer. It is tan theta by 2. So mark this as important for 3 marks. So on this exercise 5.6, you will definitely get 1 3-mark question for the exam. Well, the next example problem, it is find dy by dx if x to the power 2 by 3 plus y to the power 2 by 3, this is equals to a to the power 2 by 3. So we'll go for normal differentiation now. You don't have to solve this by parametric forms. So we'll consider the function x to the power 2 by 3 plus y to the power 2 by 3. This is equals to a to the power 2 by 3. Now differentiate both the sides with respect to x. So differentiate with respect to x. So what do we get here? d by dx of x to the power 2 by 3 plus d by dx of y to the power 2 by 3. Then this is equals to d by dx of a to the power 2 by 3. So here these two are in the form of x to the power n. D by dx of x to the power n is equals to, the standard formula is d by dx of x to the power n equal to n into x to the power n minus 1. So here n is nothing but 2 by 3. 2 by 3 into x to the power 2 by 3 minus 1 plus d by dx of y now. That means again it is in the form of x to the power n. 2 by 3 into y to the power 2 by 3 minus 1 into dy by dx. Once again we have to take the derivative of y. It will be dy by dx, which is equals to derivative of a constant term, it will be 0. It is 0 now. Simplify this further. 2 by 3 x to the power, take up the LCM now, 3 will be multiplied with this, we get 2 minus 3, it is minus 1. Minus 1 by 3 plus 2 by 3 into y to the power minus 1 by 3 dy by dx, which is equals to 0. Now what I will do is I will take this term to the right hand side. So 2 by 3 y to the power minus 1 by 3 into dy by dx which is equals to minus 2 by 3 into x to the power minus 1 by 3. So here 2 by 3 and 2 by 3 get cancels. Now in the next step we take y to the power minus 1 by 3 to the right hand side, it goes to the denominator. So we get dy by dx dy by dx which is equals to minus x to the power minus 1 by 3, then divided by, we get this term y to the power minus 1 by 3, y raised to minus 1 by 3. So now dy by dx which is equals to minus, I will be writing it as it is. Now take this x to the power minus 1 by 3 term to the denominator, it becomes x to the power plus 1 by 3. So we get x to the power plus 1 by 3. Now take y to the power minus 1 by 3 term to the numerator, it becomes y to the power plus 1 by 3. So y raised to plus 1 by 3. Overall, this can be written as dy by dx which is equals to minus, I will be writing it as it is. Then this is in the form of a raised to m divided by b raised to m. That can be written as a by b whole raised to m. So overall it becomes y by x to the power 1 by 3, or dy by dx which is equals to minus cube root of y by x. Cube root of y by x. So this is the required answer for the question number 4. Again mark this as important for 3 marks. Note down this, and then in tomorrow's class we'll start with the exercise 5.6.